Hey guys, Utah Steve back for another video. Today, as you may have noticed by the beautiful scenery driving, I am in Utah's extreme northern mountains. I would say northeastern mountains. My favorite place in the whole world as far as mountains go, the Uinta Mountains. Today we're going to be backpacking into Crystal Lake. Now, a year ago, I came here by myself, did a solo overnight, and also came back in the video just after that and did a hike with my two little boys, Dylan and Jude. Both of those were to Wall Lake, which is directly behind us. The second time when I came up with the boys, I meant to go to Crystal Lake, but there was a forest fire. Here's a clip from that.
We are at the Crystal Lake trailhead, and this is the trail I took on my last overnight adventure when I took it by myself. This is the trail going to Wall Lake. The plan was to hike this trail over here with these two and go up to Crystal Lake somewhere. I didn't really have a destination in mind, just hike in a ways to give them the experience of backpacking. Unfortunately, we ran into this. Crystal Lake and this pallet sitting here announcing that the trail is closed due to a forest fire.
So, as you can see, we did not make it to Crystal Lake. Washington Lake is over here. This place is really popular and crowded. But I'm backpacking in, so I'll be able to get away from this crowd pretty easily. A couple of new things this time, something different I'm trying out. I bought a backpacking guitar. Of course it's blue. This is the Washburn Rover. And it sounds like a cross between a ukulele and a banjo. I mounted a GoPro mount right here just to give some interesting perspective when I play it. So I'll be punishing you with this probably at some point on our trip. I have a new pack. We'll go into that when we find a place to camp. Basically, our trailhead is just right over here to the west, and there's no point in wasting time. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. 67 degrees. Probably get down into the 50s tonight, and a nice comfortable night. So I have a smaller pack. I've got fishing gear with me. We're going to be fishing. If Crystal Lake doesn't go so well, Washington Lake is nearby, and a plethora of other lakes are around here to fish from. So should be a good time. Join me, and it's just me this time. No Bob, no Dylan and Jude, no anybody, just me. I needed some R&R by myself. So, let's get the pack on and head up the trail. Here's what we're looking at as far as the crowd goes. Very busy. And if you're wondering if I strapped my guitar to my pack, I did not. It only weighs about 2 pounds. I can carry it in my hand. Not a big deal. Now, there are other backpackers coming in here, which is all good and fine. We probably all have the same goal in mind. Stay away from each other. It's beautiful. Don't know what the orange cones are for. There's a bunch of them. Really excited about this. So far, this trail is really level. Not gaining any elevation at all, really. And Crystal Lake, I believe, is about 8, maybe 9,000 feet. I'm not sure. I'll throw it up here on the screen. But the air is thin. There's our first glimpse at Crystal Lake. It's a pretty decent sized lake. Hopefully there are fish in it. And if you're wondering how much time has passed between the parking lot and now, it is not a trick of editing. I've been walking about 10 minutes. This lake is incredibly close to the parking lot. So, it's going to be crucial that I find somewhere where I'm not going to run into people. I'm thinking this right here looks pretty good. It's just down off the trail, but this whole lake is really... Well, that plan was thwarted. A couple that passed me a minute ago backtracked and went right down where I was going. So I'm going to walk around the lake a little bit. I'll just come back when I find something. Hey. Hello. That guitar? Yeah. Okay, change in plans. We're gonna leave Crystal Lake back there. People everywhere. Too close to the parking lot. So, along this pathway, we have a little lake called Cliff Lake. Not as popular because it's up further. I just spoke with a teenage kid back there. I asked him if there were any fish in Crystal Lake. He said he didn't know. He had fished up here. And his family and him caught 6 trout. And that kind of swayed my decision. I'd rather camp and stay put than camp somewhere there's no fish in the lake, have to hike to another lake. There are literally thousands of lakes up here. Some of them are huge, some of them are tiny, some of them don't even have names. Most of them do that are accessible. There are many, many lakes up here that are, you can only hike into them. You can't just pull over to the side of the road and fish. And those are the kind of people that you run into. Air is thin. When the lake is close to a parking lot or the road, you run into tons of people because, and I'm not dogging people, but in general, we're lazy and we'd rather do the easy thing. Do the hard thing, hike a little more, richer reward, in my opinion. More solitude, more success probably. That's nice. I'm sitting down to take a breather, literally. The air is thinner up here, and the last time I was up here with Mr. T-Max, he and I were up even higher, probably about 10,000 feet, and we both got a degree of altitude sickness, and we knew that's what it was in the long run, because when we drove down lower, felt a lot better. Not to be graphic, but we're talking diarrhea, dizziness, couldn't catch our breath, headaches, fatigue. Just the air is thinner and your body reacts to it if you're not used to it. I live at about 4,000 feet back home, and so this is twice as high as I usually am. So that's why I need to take it easy, go slow. It's not a race. As soon as I get to Cliff Lake up here, we'll find a good spot, throw the hammock up, and settle in. I'm not camping in a hammock this time, but I did bring one. It's extra weight, but I wanted something to lounge in besides a tent. So, let's keep moving up the trail. We've made it. There's There's Cliff Lake. The reason I know that isn't just from Google Earth. There are cliffs right over there, bordering the lake.
A bunch of horse shit.
Beautiful. My guess is, because of the wooden bridge, more people go that way. So, the road less traveled.
The load less traveled.
Beautiful. It's gonna get a little windy. Oh yeah, it's big. As soon as I can see a good spot that's not right on the trail, and we'll settle in. I just don't want to spend tons of time pounding miles or anything. I hate to say it, but that side that I didn't want to take is literally greener on the other side. It's more open, the grass is greener. So we're gonna follow that old cliche. We're gonna backtrack and go around. This is very rocky. These cliffs stop about there, but there's a lot of rocks. A lot of rocks right through there. So, over there.
East Side.
Oh yeah, much nicer. It's beautiful. Wow, stunning. But GoPros are notorious. GoPros are notorious. GoPros are notorious for not being able to zoom in. And for some reason mine has been shutting down every few seconds. Kind of annoying me. There's a spot over there, closer to the trail than I like to be. It is the weekend, so I don't want to be camping where anybody's going to be stomping by me all the time. Okay guys, I found home for the night. No one around us. The lake is right there. Beautiful. And all I need to do is throw my hammock up, probably between these two trees, and figure out where to put my tent. It's more flat. Not too sure. Let me get this pack off and we'll figure all that crap out. Wow. Haha.
East Side.